everyone, this is High Priestess Demari. Welcome to the channel and to another collective reading. I hope you're all doing well. So we do have a message here. Okay, I thought it was time to bring out the big deck, okay, and get some messages from there because I haven't really used it this much, that much on this channel yet. So I figured why not, okay? And we've got some initial messages here that are quite specific, okay? So I'm going to describe what I've got here to you, okay, and you can decide whether or not this is relevant to you. Obviously, this is not going to apply for everybody, okay? It is very specific, but you'll know whether or not if there is a message within this spread for you. Now, we are speaking on a divine masculine, okay? There is a divine masculine who could be in a position of authority. They could literally be the CEO of a company, okay? They may have their own business. This is someone who I feel like is put it this way, they have their own office, okay? That's kind of what I'm getting. I feel like this is someone who is doing very well in the business sector. This could be someone who is the CEO of a company that does construction, okay? They could be involved in the retail industry, okay? Real estate, sorry, should I say? Retail estate, interesting. So this person could have more than one business. They could be in retail and real estate, okay? So property. Or they could actually work in retail. They may have like an apparel, a clothing brand, or sell products or whatever the case may be, right? But I feel like this is a business or a brand that's doing exceptionally well, okay? However, if they don't have a business that is directly involved in real estate or construction or anything like that, then this person could actually have a property that's currently in construction, under construction as we speak, okay? This person may be building a property or even possibly an apartment block within a city, okay? So this is the kind of level of wealth that we're speaking on, where this person could literally have an apartment complex being built as we speak, okay? And they may end up selling some of the properties, okay? But I do feel like this person could have a penthouse or a apartment that they are essentially designing for themselves, okay? That's possible in this particular city. Now, the problem here is not the fact so much that this person is successful. The issue is the influences in this person's life. The very first card I pulled was Infernal influence, okay? So there is something very dark about either their business practices, the people that they work with, or there's just some kind of external dark influence that has been guiding their hand in some shape or form, or their decision making. It could even be that this person made some kind of deal. It's possible, okay? But regardless, I do feel like this person is essentially taking guidance, okay, or they are listening to this infernal influence, okay, especially with that follow card. It's like rather than listening to source, okay, which is very much here, okay, rather than listening to source and their own higher wisdom and doing things from a pure place, this person is easily swayed by the infernal forces, okay? So I feel like rather than following force, what is that? Okay, so yeah, okay, so they may feel like their hand is being forced in some shape or form. Again, maybe it's to do with some kind of business contract they got involved with, but regardless, because I mean, these slip of the tongues, it can happen, but when I'm channeling like this, it often does hint to another meaning, okay, another message that's creeping in. So yeah, it's very possible that this person feels like their hand was forced. This could even be their excuse, okay, that their hand was forced, their hands were tied. There's nothing they could do, right? Otherwise they were going to miss out on these opportunities, or they're going to miss out on, being in this position. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, definitely that this person is essentially in cahoots in some shape or form, or is being led or influenced by infernal forces, okay? That's just a fact. And this person is being tapped on the shoulder, okay? Especially with this card being like the main theme of the day. I do feel like this person is getting signs, is getting communication directly from source through the divine, okay? Trying to bring them back, okay? Bring them back to the light is what I'm getting, okay? So it's not that this person is just dark and nefarious and infernal, but I just feel like they are easily and heavily influenced by infernal forces. And so the divine is trying to get an SOS message out to them. That could be why this message is even coming out. Because this is someone who is not proud of some of the decisions they've made. They're not proud of some of the choices that they've made, the actions that they took, their behavior, okay? Their thought process. They're starting to look at things very differently now. So this is someone who actually does have some semblance of remorse in their heart, okay? Because they know, right, that they are a divine being. This is not an infernal person, okay? Yes, they could be distorted. I do feel like they're lost. But this isn't a bad person. This is someone who just lost their way a little bit, okay? And I don't think this person realizes just how infernal some of these people or some of these influences are in their life, okay? Like they, especially being in the kind of industry that they're in, they are surrounded by it, engulfed by it. And that could be why they feel like their hands are tied, that their hand was forced, because of just the amount of powerful people that they're surrounded by that are extremely infernal, okay? But still, what Source is trying to remind this person is that you always have a choice. You can always choose to do things differently. Yes, it may not be as easy. You may not have as much wealth as you would have, or you may not have the same circles, okay? It's highly likely you won't. But what is your soul worth? What is your integrity worth? What is your conscience worth to you, okay? Because this person has a conscience. That's the thing. This isn't someone who's just like, devoid of empathy or any kind of compassion. No, this is someone who actually does have a lot of compassion. This is someone who does feel quite deeply, I feel, okay? This is how they're even able to feel remorse. They do feel guilt. They do feel shame, okay? So that's why certain actions that this person has taken is weighing heavy on them right now. Because this person is a divine masculine. It's just right now they're in somewhat distorted energy. And even then, I don't feel like they're as distorted as they once were. This is someone who's waking up, okay? It could even be that this is someone who was completely in the dark, that they didn't even realize that they were a divine masculine, that they had the potential to even become like some kind of leader, okay? But in a very divine and in a very ascendant way, okay? Because again, this person does wield a lot of power and influence, but what energies do you want to draw from, okay? And what kind of people do you want to align yourself with and ally with? That's really important, So I think this is something that this person is actually starting to wake up to, okay? So again, they are apologetic. They do feel bad about something that they did in the past, okay? Something about Wednesday in February is highly significant, okay? This person made a very rash decision, let's put it this way, okay? They possibly, okay, if this was someone that you were once dating, okay, and you have recently broken up, it's possible that the reason you broke up is because there was cheating involved, okay? That is possible. And they do feel bad about that. If not, it's possible that, if you're not with this person, or this is not someone you have any kind of romantic connection to or anything like that, it could just simply be that, this person did have some kind of sexual interaction with somebody here. But I feel like the person that they had this interaction with, they wish they hadn't put it that way, okay? Because they felt like they met this person's business representative, okay? They could have even met through some kind of business affiliation, okay? So say, for example, if there was a meeting, this person was attending on behalf of another company, that could have been how they even met. They may have had some chemistry, kicked it off, and shit happens, So it's possible that could have happened. But if it's not someone who is involved in the same sector as them. It could be that they just went out, they had a night out in the city, or, you know, just, you know, were out and about doing their thing, and then they crossed paths with someone. But they feel like the person that they had this sort of one night stand with, this hookup with, is nothing like what they believed them to be, right? I think this person put on a good show, put on a mask, and it was believable. It was very convincing, okay? Like, it's not just that they fell for it. It's not that this person is necessarily gullible, but I feel like this person put on a really good show, okay? They met their business representative. This could even be something that this person does, you know, puts on a very good mask, a very convincing mask, in order to attract the wealthy and the successful or the famous, or those who have a lot of influence and power in certain industries, so they can attach themselves to them, okay? So that could be what this person is realizing. But I do feel like, you know, this person is regretful of the choices that they made, right? Because I feel like this person really did get their claws in, and they've been demanding and expecting things of this person ever since, right? And whilst this person is essentially, you know, focused on building this home or investing in their business, right? I feel like they've got this person that is trying to milk them in some shape or form. They see this person as too expensive, too demanding. It's giving very strong gold digger vibes, okay? Especially when this masculine is not looking to splash money like that. Like, they're literally trying to save for their future, or they're trying to build something where they can cement their future in a particular city, a particular environment, okay? Or they have other goals and plans in mind, okay? So this is not someone looking to just splash money on ridiculousness, right? But, you know, they got involved with someone who essentially lives that way, okay? So very superficial energy. Interesting. So when it comes to yourself, okay, you are being asked to have compassion for yourself and possibly this person, okay? Because again, I feel like this person was in the dark, but they're not in the dark anymore. They're starting to wake up, and they're starting to realize, okay, where the decisions is leading them and what it is that's actually important to them. So if you met this person, because I don't know, like, I'm not getting like, I mean, because if it was like a cheating situation, I would expect the cheating card to come up, right? Because I do have that, but it didn't. So it does feel like you weren't actually in a relationship or dealing directly with this person. But it could be that this person hasn't really followed through on the connection, or, you know, this person, maybe you started talking and then nothing happened, or, you know, you may have even had a relationship with this person in the past, but that was a long time ago, or you broke up since then, and this is what's been going on in their life since you've been separated. I mean, take it however it resonates, okay? But yeah, this person is essentially waking up, okay? And they're realizing possibly, you know, why you move the way you do, okay? Especially if you're a divine feminine. And this is someone that you did have some kind of connection with, even if it didn't become like romantic or sexual or anything like that. But they may be understanding your way of moving and why you're very discerning with who you connect with, okay? So it could even be that this person's realizing why you possibly didn't follow up on the connection with them, or you didn't pursue them. And that's because maybe you had the foresight to see that there were some very infernal influences in this person's life, and you didn't want that energy around you, which is understandable, okay? You may have even tried to speak on this, okay? Try to bring it to this person's awareness. They didn't get it, okay? They didn't understand because they had no real understanding of those topics, not in the way that you do. But they do now, okay? Because they're learning firsthand, right? They're learning through experience. So I just feel like this is a world that's new to them, okay? So I don't feel like this is someone who is particularly spiritual by any means, but they're starting to explore that side of themselves, okay? They are starting to awaken. So I feel like this person is going through their first major awakening is what I'm getting, okay? They may have tapped into that frequency and energy before, but not in the way that they are now, okay? There's not this level of self-reflection, okay? They didn't have that in the past, not like they do now. So, I mean, with you, you're encouraged to, you know, essentially continue giving this person their space, okay? Because they are having to figure a few things out. I feel like you may even be in an energy where you feel like you're needing to rest a lot because you're going through a lot of shifts and changes yourself. You're going through possibly another level of awakening, ascension symptoms. You may have experienced recently some kind of glow up, or you're in the process of experiencing one. I know a lot of people are, okay, that are, you know, doing the work. So you may be needing a lot of time for yourself and space for yourself even. And that's not a bad thing. It could even be that this person feels that the best thing to do right now is to give you space, especially if they have this person hanging off them because they don't want to bring this nonsense to your doorstep, right? So yeah, that's pretty much the overarching message. But we're going to get into the specifics now, okay? And see more about this situation. I mean, it's already quite specific, but I just want to get into the nitty-gritty because there is this infernal influence. It could even be this individual right here, but I feel like they have more than just one person that's in this energy around them, unfortunately. So we've got the you know, the big guns out when it comes to tarot decks to see what this infernal influence is about. Okay, we have the Magician straight off the bat. You remember what I said off the slip of the tongue, that my hand like is forced, right? I said forced. Yeah, so I don't know if this person got themselves involved in some kind of cult or secret society, or involved with someone who does dark magic, black magic, or something like that. Or if this person manifested something big, okay, like a huge paradigm shift in their life, something huge to blow up in their life, but wasn't conscious of the energies that they were invoking as they did it, okay? I don't know, but it feels like there's definitely some kind of outside influence that played a key role in this manifestation, this blow up, okay? And that's why they feel like their hands are tied, because this infernal influence was a major player in them reaching the point that they're at. Yeah, Nine of Swords. It's something they're scared of, though, with the Nine of Swords. They're fearful. That's why I said my hand is forced, right? And they feel stuck in some shape or form. So I don't know if they were called to, because I said meeting, right? If they were called to some kind of occult meeting, okay? They were introduced to some very powerful and wealthy players. But because they essentially participated in some kind of manifestation ritual that was quite intense, right? But it was invoking the lower forces. This person may have been scared out of their wits as to what they witnessed, okay? And that could be the very thing that opened this whole world up to them, okay? By experiencing something dark and seeing dark entities or some kind of dark ritualistic practice, okay? And that kind of shook them to their core. I feel like this person is having nightmares about it still. And so it's like, you know, they can't forget this, and they realize now the kinds of influences and the people around them, what they're really about, what they really invoke or involved in, okay? These people could be even using like Solomonic magic with that number 72 there on the Magician card, okay? Yeah, so they could be chaos magicians as well, but use it for the dark, okay? For very self-serving means, okay? Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people who do practice Solomonic magic tend to use it for very selfish means, okay? And that's why, you know, there is a strong taboo energy to it, okay? It's not that it's inherently evil, but unfortunately, people do use it for very selfish reasons, okay? And that's what I'm getting here. So I feel like this person had no idea what they were getting themselves involved with, to be honest, until it already happened, right? And now they know that they have some kind of soul recognition with these entities, right? Because that's it. Once you are consciously aware of them, once your presence is made known to them, you're forever known to them. And so this is something that's plaguing this person's life. Yeah, we have the Page of Wands. So there was definitely an intention that was set. There was definitely a wish that was made. Okay. Again, I'm getting manifestation. But I just don't think this is necessarily how they wanted to do it, okay? Yeah, the Hierophant, exactly. So I feel like, you know, they may have spoken into existence what it is that they wanted. They may have mentioned it to possibly, you know, someone who is very powerful, possibly in some kind of secretive order here. Okay, this could even be Masonic, I'm getting, okay, with that Hierophant being there. I'm in this case, I'm getting strong Mason vibes of it, but I feel like it's something deeper than that, okay? So I feel like this person could be a Mason, and the Mason introduced them to whatever the hell this group is, okay? Yeah, because it's deeper than that. It's like one stage lower. Wow, why am I getting one stage lower? Like, this could even be like a temple beneath a temple. That's what I'm getting. That's crazy. A temple beneath a temple. So like a secret temple hidden in plain sight under a Masonic lodge. That's what I'm getting. And that's where, like, the real shit goes down. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting. The real shit goes down in the temple beneath the temple. Wow. Three of Swords, yeah. So there's something that they did that this person regrets. I already was getting hints of what this is, okay, when I started speaking on this. But now I've got the Three of Swords here with that apology, okay, because that person feels bad for the choices they made. Yeah, okay, we'll get to it. Oh, look. Look what fell on the floor. This one, the Devil, yeah. And it's even Lucifer himself right here. Yep, this person feels bad. Really, really bad. Because it's like, in order to have this opportunity, in order to have everything that they ever wanted, it's like they had to sacrifice something. Like, one of the things that meant the most to them, okay? Hence the Three of Swords being here. And that could have very well been you. And you may not have even known it, that you meant this much to this person. Right? Especially if you separated in the past, or you never had any real sort of dealings on that level. But it's like this person had to sacrifice the person or the thing that meant most to them at that moment. And that could have been you. Wow. And you may not have known this. Yeah. So there's definitely a bargain that was made here. But the thing is, I don't know if this person actually expressed that to this group. Like, if they willingly offered you up in this way. The Hangman, the Sun. The Knight of Cups. They did. That's so shit. They did. The Hanged Man and the Sun. They did. They did. This is the thing that they've been fearing that you would find out. Yeah. They never wanted you to find this truth out. Because they know it will change your perception of them forever. With the Knight of Cups, it's like you thought this person was like love bombing you or wishy-washy, or, you know, was scared of commitment, or just couldn't get it together for whatever reason, or, you know, this is just how they move, right? Give the impression that they're interested, but they probably do it to everybody. No, the reason this person felt like they couldn't come towards you anymore is because of what they did. Yeah. And there's no coming back from this, and they know it. But they, oh my gosh, they were so scared about you finding this out, about how they offered your name up. They spoke your name. Names have power. They spoke your name. And the devil accepted. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But now you're finding this out. You are knowing and finding out the truth. You have clarity. You are aware. This is coming to your consciousness. So you may have already suspected this. You may have had visions of this with ritual, right? You may have had visions or dreams about the ritual that they did. And you may not have known who exactly it was or which group or why. But you are finding out as we speak. Look, an emperor, a divine masculine, a distorted masculine. But again, there's something here. I don't feel like this person realized what they were getting themselves into. I don't think this person was trying to literally sacrifice you. I really don't. This person thought, you know, they obviously wanted to pursue you, but they may have been told that they have to give up their connection with you in order to have this life. Like, they can't have this life and be with you. So they chose to give up the connection with you. But I don't think this person realized, like, they were literally, like, trying to sacrifice your energy here, right? For this person's manifestation. So they would have absorbed your essence, okay? Your frequency, your power. And sort of merge it with their own. But I don't feel like this person realized that that's what this was about, okay? I don't think especially because the magician can be a trickster energy, okay? It can be very manipulative, very cunning, okay? Especially when it's dark like this, dark infernal influence like this. I feel like this person did not give this person all of the details. They did not give this masculine all of the information. And that's why they feel so bad, because what did I tell you about making a rash decision? They made a rash decision without knowing exactly what they were signing themselves up for. This is terrible. That's why I didn't feel like they were like this infernal masculine. There's infernal influences, you know, throughout every aspect of their life, definitely. Because that's what they bargained for. But they had no idea what they were actually sacrificing with the Hanged Man. But now they're aware, okay, son? So you're not the only one who's finding out. This person only found out after the fact what this actually was about, what this ritual entailed, and what they were trying to do. And this person, I feel like they do have genuine remorse. Like they can't even face themselves. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. For what is given, something else must be taken away. That's literally their principle here, right? And this person has been like replaying it in their mind over and over and over about what they did, what they said, what they agreed to. They can't get over it. Because they know, like, for what was given, something was supposed to be taken away. Look, King of Cups. So they made the mistake of essentially talking about you to someone who was in a Masonic lodge, okay? Someone that they confided in, someone that they were actually, you know, telling that they had like a curiosity about you, an interest in you, a desire for you. This is someone who had feelings, but with the King of Cups, they may have harbored it. So this is someone who genuinely had emotion for you, but they were afraid to express it, okay? And they were told by this person not to come forward. Why did this person tell them to not do that? 8 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and the Chariot. Yeah, because this is someone who's already been in spiritual warfare with you. So this is someone who already knew of you before this person confessed that they were emotionally invested in you, okay? They already knew before this person actually told them that they had feelings for you, okay? And yeah, this person was already attacking you spiritually. 8 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and the Chariot. But they couldn't beat you, okay? With the Chariot, it's like you're too powerful, to be honest with you. You're too powerful, you are ascending, you are growing. As much as this person may have like a key position, they may even be like some kind of Grand Master, okay? Especially with the Hierophant. Yeah, they may be a Grand Master, but that doesn't mean that they outrank you spiritually, okay? With the Chariot, I feel like your spiritual rank was actually in the process of increasing. And you were already like entering the energy of a spiritual general at the time. So That's why I feel like they manipulated this person who they knew had feelings for you, right? And they convinced them to give up this connection. But this person had no idea that they weren't just giving up the connection, they were giving you up entirely to this really dark order that is like a dark order within a Masonic lodge. It's hiding in plain sight. And this person found out after the fact. That's why this person is struggling. Because they were manipulated. They were duped. Yeah, Six of Swords. Six of Swords. It's like they have no idea how they're going to be able to reconcile this. How can you possibly reconcile this? With the Three of Swords and the Devil to the Six of Swords, how do you reconcile that? You know, the decision was already made. You know, whether they were conscious or not of the choice they were making, they made it. The deal is already done. So they're now like literally, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. This person is in the hellscape, okay? Put it that way. They are in the hellscape. But this is someone who lost their way. This isn't someone who is infernal. This wasn't a conscious decision. This is someone who was played and they fell for it, okay? They used multiple means of reeling this person in, okay? Like, that's what they'll do. They'll get people to get close to you, to become friendly with you so that you confide in them, hence this Hierophant here. Then we had another individual that they ended up getting intimate with, okay? Someone else that was a part of this group or connected to them in some shape or form that would also imprint their energy signature through sex, okay, on this person. Another means and ways of spiritually being able to manipulate them. So this person was absolutely targeted, right, by this group. And the thing is, they knew of you and they wanted your energy. Yeah, the Strength card. And it's funny as well because, like, I had a little bit of a sore throat, but nothing major, okay? But as soon as I started really getting into this, okay, I could literally taste blood in my throat, okay? They do not want this getting out. But regardless, no matter how much it scratches up my throat, I am going to get this message out because it's the truth, okay? And someone here deserves confirmation because I don't think there's just one person that's been targeted in this way. I think there's a small group of people that have experienced this, okay? So, yeah, and that's why this person is like, like, what do? They don't even know what to say to you. They had, like, the devil literally has them in a chokehold, right? My hand was forced. Like, you, because that's the thing. I don't think they said, okay, you can sacrifice this person here. I think they literally, like, you know, they said, okay, you want to manifest something, mention a person's name that means the most to you right now, or that, that carries a strong significance emotionally for you, like someone in your heart. And they mentioned your name and then that was it. You know? And because they essentially went along with it and then they saw what was happening in the ritual, like they were present, they were part of it, whether they wanted to be or not, okay? So this person is contractually bound to this energy. This is crazy. Yeah. And that's it. This is coming to full conscious awareness and awakening. This person has awakened through this experience and they're realizing now that spiritual warfare is no joke and it's very real, okay? And that even though this group tried to have you sacrificed, it didn't work. It wasn't successful, okay? You still stand, okay? You're still in your power. You're still in your element. Well, I feel like you've barely scraped the surface of your power, to be honest. Because indeed, I feel like you are going through another level of awakening and ascension, okay? You are just starting to begin to process, okay, your power with the Ace of Wands. And because this group tried to sacrifice you, you actually have the power to undo all that was done to you. And not only that, okay, These people are going to have to essentially experience a very grueling existence for the rest of their life with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. Because they put all of this work into attacking you and trying to sacrifice you. That energy is being returned. Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords. You are leaving this frequency behind and you are not looking back. And this person is being left behind with it, okay? Whereas this group, they are, instead of knowing ease and wealth and, a very comfortable and luxurious life, their life is about to change in a major way, okay? This person feels like they're serving out a prison sentence for what they've been involved with. And spiritually they are, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. This person is literally in hell right now. And bearing in mind, hell is a mindset. Hell is an energy. It's an energy signature. It is a frequency. It's not a place in the way we think it is, okay? Yes, it is a plane that you can tap into and be in, but it's not a physical place, okay? It is literally a frequency, okay? This is all about energy and frequency. That's what all anything really is. So that's where they're at, okay? And that's why you may even be picking up on this heavy energy and not sure where it's coming from. Yeah, this person is in absolute anguish, torment, okay? The weight of their choices and actions weighs very heavy on them. And there's a lot of regret and remorse. While you are coming out of this fog and into clear, calm waters, okay? It's like they try to drag you through the hellscape, but you are actually riding the river out of it, okay? It's like you have the ferryman with you, taking you back to the land of the living, It's kind of that energy. So you may have felt like you were in purgatory for a while, okay? Like things were hanging in the balance. But I feel like even that was just serving you. It was just teaching you certain things. It was making you consciously aware of certain things, okay? You've learned a lot from this experience as well. And so I feel that you are almost, like at this point, you're pretty much untouchable, unbreakable, unstoppable. Like you've literally went through it all, right? But it's like nothing can really stop you now. And I think that's why the divine allowed you to experience this on some level, and your higher self did, okay? Because now you're going to be so powerful, so strong, that literally nothing can fuck with you at this point. Like, that is a level of strength that few actually get to embody, okay? But you are embodying this. Yeah, exactly, okay? So they're realizing as well that not only were they duped into almost sacrificing you, but they put themselves on the chopping block, okay? This person was definitely blinded to the truth. They was definitely in a state of confusion. And they're realizing how this frequency works, how infernal forces really work. It's all about manipulation and mind games and tactics and, sort of hiding their hand, right? Yeah, that's how they operate. Otherwise, how else would they be able to get people to get involved in all sorts of stuff? If people knew the full extent and details, right, all of the information, then a lot of people wouldn't make these shady deals, okay? Or they wouldn't participate in certain rituals, right? It's because a lot of things are kept in the dark that would otherwise sway their decision making, okay? That they're even able to convince them to be involved in the first place, Most people don't. Most people wouldn't, okay? So, yeah, we have the Ace of Cups. So we see Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, that's the rod and the chalice. That is divine masculine, divine feminine, okay? So both parties are now fully aware of what transpired. So if you're wondering why this distorted masculine has been avoiding you or hasn't said a word, hasn't explained themselves, this is why. Because how in the hell do they even face you after this? They cannot. Yeah, Five of Swords. This person feels like they put themselves on the chopping block. They put both of you on the chopping block. That's how they feel. That the devil won, okay? But that's not the case. That's not the case. That's how that's how they want them to feel. These infernal forces want this person to feel like the devil won, but that's not the case, okay? So they need to know that they have not won, okay? You're both still standing, you're both still breathing. And this person, as much as they may have unknowingly consented to this, they have to remove their consent. They have to remove their energy. And they need to essentially cut all ties with those people who are a part of this, okay? Exactly. Look, we have the World card and the King of Pentacles. So it's up to this person to take the necessary steps. That's why Source is saying follow my lead. I can tell you how to break free of this contract. I can tell you how to essentially liberate yourself. It's not about the feminine here. The feminine is already a free agent on that level, okay? They are not bound to this ritual, this group, or this entity, or these energies, right? It was null and void on their part, but this masculine absolutely is bound to it, okay? And that's why it's important that this person follows Source's guidance. They're trying to give them the tools, the keys, the insights on how to liberate themselves from this whole ritual, this whole group, from these energies, from this contract. Yeah. But I do feel like this person has established themselves based upon this, okay? And so it's a case of how much do you really believe in your principles? How principled are you? How moral are you really? Given what you know now, okay, you can feign ignorance, or you can say you were ignorant because you wasn't aware of how they move and what their real intentions were. But now that you're fully conscious, now that you're fully awake, what will you do now? Because you cannot feign ignorance now, okay? You are aware. So the choices you make now is now what's most important, okay? Yes, it wasn't pleasant what you went through or what this person went through. Yes, it's not okay, okay, that this happened to you. But Source, the divine, they were never going to let it happen, okay? That's what you need to know. You was never actually going to be on the chopping block, no matter what these people did, okay? They were never going to let it happen. So you're fine, okay? Yes, there may be some scars, okay? You may have taken some hits emotionally, okay? Possibly even spiritually. But I feel like Six of Swords, you're healing, okay? You're overcoming anything that was thrown at you, any energy, any sticky or weird situations, okay? You're going to be just fine, trust me. But what this person does next is absolutely paramount with how things play out in their life moving forward. Because the rest of the people that are involved in this, they're finished, okay? They're toast. But when it comes to this person, what will you do? Given the information you have now, given the insight you have now, given the conscious awareness that you have now, the fact that you are awake and you are aware of what was really taking place and what you really co-signed on, right? What will you do now? Will you go back to your principles and your beliefs, your morals, and take a stand, take the necessary steps that you're guided to take, speak your truth, own your story, transform the situation, okay? Because I feel like the divine is wanting to use this person as someone who can give testimony. That's what I see here with the World card, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. If this person follows their principles, okay, and not only removes consent from that which they agreed to, okay, with this contract, not only do they cut ties with these individuals, not only do they change the way they're living and the way they're operating, right? If they are willing to go public with their experience, okay, and be a truth teller or a whistleblower, then not only will they liberate themselves, they will transform their life in a way they'll never imagine, okay? This is someone who is destined to essentially be a messenger, okay? So this person, in some crazy, weird way, had to go through this. They had to go through this, just like you did, because what you gained out of it is unfathomable. Like, you cannot put a price on it. The strength, the character that you hold now, your ability to overcome pretty much anything life could possibly throw at you is unparalleled, okay? Like, you cannot put a price on that. And it set you up for obviously some very powerful things that are going to take place in your life. And this person as well. Should they make this choice, then their testimony is going to reach thousands, if not millions, across the world. It will serve as a cautionary tale, and it will help expose those who essentially get to continue operating this way under the guise of secrecy and non-communication, okay? Through silence and being able to silence people. So this is going to be a real test for this person now. How afraid are they of this group and these infernal forces? Because I feel like you yourself, you are already very much taking a stand, okay? And you may even be someone who's already a force to be reckoned with in the world, right? You could be standing on business, speaking your truth, exposing things, just like I am, okay? Even knowing that these groups have been after you. Yeah. So the question is now, is this person going to step up as well? Because I feel like for you, you already did your part. Your part in this is over, okay? I feel like you already revealed things that you knew, and now that you're in full awareness of what happened, I feel like this is about closure for you now, okay? This is simply about closure and you being able to move on, knowing that you're that powerful and that protected and that loved by Source, that no secret society, no cult, no order, nothing can stop you, can touch you, can harm you. Because Source themselves, this frequency, the purest frequency there is, the most powerful, will simply not allow it. Because why? You are a vessel for it. Ace of Cups, right? The Ace of Cups. You are a container for Source light frequency. So it is impenetrable at this point. So I'm telling you. And I think that has these people in a tailspin, okay, with the Seven of Cups. It's like, how is it that this person is still standing? And not only that, this person is conscious, aware, evolving, is actually tapping into their potential, tapping into their power. Someone who's taking control over their life. Someone who is healing, someone who's leaving all of the darkness and the bullshit behind and has become or is becoming a force to be reckoned with on this earthly plane. Someone who's gone through the death, rebirth, and then has only come out more powerful and stronger for it. We're the ones that are defeated. Absolutely. So this masculine, they've got a big task ahead of them. It's their time to show up. It's their time to stand up and speak the truth. This energy's been coming up a lot about owning your voice, speaking your truth. Like I say, despite the throat chakra attacks, it doesn't stop me speaking on what needs to be said. It doesn't stop me relaying the message the divine wants me to relay, because that's even why I have this platform. And I was instructed to create it in the first place, because this needs to get out. And there is power in the word. There is power in speech. There is power in the truth. And that is a fundamental aspect of the light. So, because these people rely on secrecy and shrouding themselves in the dark and, being all cloak and dagger. No. If you want to attack, do it out in the open, face to face. But you won't, because you rely on these infernal forces to shield you, to get away with all of this sneakiness. No. Well, we're not in your domain at this point. You're in ours. So you are going to have to come to the light if you want to face the collective. And they won't, because they know they've already been defeated. So that's all there is to it. So this masculine, I'm telling you, they've got some serious questions to ask themselves. What do they value most? Their true character is now being put to the test. Not before, because like I say, it's, you know, people can be misguided, especially when they're oblivious and in the dark. Especially with the sneaky tactics, right, that they use. You know. So it's easy for certain people to be duped, especially when they are completely in the dark. But this person is no longer in the dark. So what they do now is what matters most. Because if they choose to continue as they are, right, continue being around these people and living their life accordingly and rubbing shoulders with these groups, then that's it. It's not even about their connection with you at this point. This is about what's going to happen in their reality and thereafter. Whereas if this person does the honorable thing, no matter how difficult or painful it is, putting their neck on the line as you have, then they will be blessed by the divine. There is a blessing and there is so much value and power in the truth. Ace of Swords. Just own the truth about this contract that you made. So essentially, this masculine is not only going to have to expose themselves, they're going to have to expose these people. But that's how they gain favor and blessing again with the divine, by doing this. And no, it's not easy. Because like I say, even just acknowledging this truth, Three of Swords, is extremely painful to this person. Because they're not full of malice. They're not wanting to just, you know, sacrifice people for their own benefit. But they have to own this truth. They have to, no matter how painful it is to look at. And I feel like the problem as well is that this person's in a lot of like, not just emotional pain, but it's like there's so much rejection, you know, like wanting to just reject everything about themselves and their life right now. Yeah. Because what seemed to be an innocent offer wasn't so innocent. They're like, why didn't I just say no? Why didn't I push them away? Why didn't I take the time to look into what they were offering more? Why did I, you know, let this person in? Why did I hook up with them? Why didn't I push them away? Why didn't I just continue going as I am, even if it was harder, even if it was taking longer, even if I wasn't getting the results that I wanted? Right? I still would have got there eventually, 9 of Pentacles. So this person is kicking themselves like there's no tomorrow, okay? But again, I don't feel like this is an infernal masculine. They are not, okay? They were very misguided. They were very much manipulated. This person was very much easily duped, okay? Because again, you've got to remember the language that these people use. They're very cunning. They're not going to tell you that this is what they want you to do, right? Especially when they already know that this is someone that means a great deal to you. So obviously you're not going to agree to it. So they will frame things in a way that makes you feel like, you know, everything's actually going to work out for the best for everyone involved, when actually that's not the case at all. Like, they're very, very deceptive with the language, I'm telling you. You know, this is definitely word witchery as well as, you know, dark ritual magic and practice, you know. But I definitely feel like they use like chaos magic, Solomonic magic, obviously. Something else that I'm not entirely sure. There was definitely something else, but I don't know what that is. Because, you know, to be honest, I don't freaking know about black magic that much, to be honest with you. It's not something I do, but, you know, there is something darker that they did as well, or that was part of it. 4 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Sun. Yeah, I don't like that energy, but yeah, it feels very abusive. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? But Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And that's why this person is, I honestly feel like this person is traumatized. That's another reason why this person is like just, you know, the consciousness, right, tries to repel it, tries to push it to the back to protect itself. And I feel like that's what's happening, because this masculine is clearly suffering some kind of PTSD from what they witnessed or what they experienced, okay, or definitely something they saw in this ritual, right? It's like their mind constantly keeps trying to push it at the back because they don't want to confront it because it's too traumatic, it's too painful, right? But they have to, okay? It's the only way they can free themselves of it. They have to face it head on. It's the only way. That's why you're being encouraged by Source to have compassion, because this isn't someone who maliciously set out to attack you. This group did, absolutely, okay? Whoever they hooked up with, absolutely. This Freemason that basically orchestrated this whole thing, absolutely. But this person did not mean for any of this to happen. You know, they just did not do their research. They did not really look at what they were actually saying and what they were actually offering, you know. And they withheld a lot of information from this person intentionally, obviously. So that's why you're being told to have compassion, because this person is suffering, okay? It's not to say that you should feel bad for him, but just to have compassion, you know, some empathy for the fact that this person was in the dark. They didn't know what was going on, what they were doing. And when they realized, like, this person just knew, like, I can never even face you. How am I going to face you after this? And I think they were scared with the Nine of Swords that something bad was going to happen to you, but they were just glad to see that actually you seem okay, right? But yeah, there is a tremendous amount of guilt there. They are genuinely apologetic. This isn't fake. This is real, okay? Like, they feel like there's no way they can make it up to you. They may even want to do something to try and make it up to you, but they feel like, how can I possibly even begin to make this up to you? You know? So, like, they're struggling with themselves right now. Never mind, you know, even reaching out to you. So that's why they haven't said anything. I feel like this person knows you're aware on some level, okay? Or they've been shown some insight that lets them know, like, you are aware. But I just think that, yeah, this person, they can't even face themselves or the situation, because this person is like, they're not doing okay. Let's put it that way, okay? So I feel like this person first needs to, you know, get through it, okay? Reach a point where they feel strong enough to expose this group, okay? And cut all ties with them. Own their story, speak their truth, okay? Speak their truth to you. And even if you never want to speak to them again, even if you don't want to hear it, they still need to apologize to you, obviously. And they know that. They have to, you know? Whether you forgive them or not is another thing, but it's not even about them asking for forgiveness. They have to apologize for what they did, even in ignorance, okay? So, yeah. And then where you choose to go with that, that's up to you. But, you know, I just think it's really important. I think Source really wants you to know that in this particular case, I can't speak on all cases, because yes, there are other situations where people have intentionally thrown people on the chopping block for own selfish reasons, okay? But in this particular scenario, okay, that's not the case. This person was manipulated. They were played. They were like, I can't even tell you the level of manipulation here is absolutely disgusting and obscene. It's like they really went for this person's heart, right? So you had no idea possibly that this person still felt this way about you, or actually felt this way about you to begin with, okay? Because King of Cups, Knight of Cups, that's not someone who's letting you know exactly how they feel, okay? But you did mean a great deal to this person. You still do, I feel. You still do. And they exploited that. Because that's what they do. They will make you willingly or unwillingly sacrifice one of the things or the people that means the most to you. Just look at celebrities, okay? Look at how many of them have had their loved ones, like family members, partners, removed, unalived. Possibly through various accidents or an actual attack, That's what they do, unfortunately. And everyone thinks that, oh, these people make these contracts and willingly like sacrifice their loved ones, but that's not always the case. Sometimes yes, but a lot of the time they know a lot of people wouldn't be willing to do that, even for money, fame, fortune, riches, okay? So they're very cunning with how they'll even present certain information, and they'll just straight up lie or leave certain information out, okay? There's certain things they will tell you because they need to in order to for it to work, but there's a lot they'll leave out as well, okay? So that's why I always say to you guys, like, whenever you get an offer, no matter how great it sounds or whatever, always do your research, okay? Ask questions, probe, okay? Get more insight, ask the divine, get confirmation from the divine that this is something blessed and not something cursed. Yeah, you have to, because they're very strategic and very cunning with how they'll get you, okay? Very strategic. So that's essentially it. So I hope this helps whoever needed this. I think it will serve as like confirmation and provide just additional clarity for someone, okay? Like I say, I think this will resonate. Some aspects of it will resonate for a small group. I don't feel like this is everyone's message by any means, okay? But yeah, there is someone who is, they're going through it, okay? They're in their own, like, living hell right now. And, you know, I just think that you don't need to add to it, okay? This person's already going through it. But it's important that you understand that, that in this case, if this is your story, they didn't actually mean for any of this to happen to you, okay? They didn't mean any of it to happen. Like I said, they still have to apologize. They still have to atone for it. They still have to take certain steps to overcome it. But, you know, this wasn't this person's intention, okay? But anyway, thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Like, comment, subscribe if you found it useful. And I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.